We all miss what's gone, another piece of me lost. It's the same damn song, why? Something good that can feel so wrong. No, that ain't just your gut, it's a wake-up call. And I try and slow, feel the ground beneath. I take a minute, I just need to breathe. No map, UAV, I can't even see.
I'm recording an album, and I said I was done recording the album. Then I wrote some more songs, so I'm not done writing the album. That's like the spark notes, but we're being direct here because we got a lot of recording to do. Luckily, I am now in a position where I can record these from my own house. Back in the day when I was relying on other people and other people's times, it was really hard to manage the amount of songs that I wanted to record, because what happens if I recorded 5 songs and then guess what? I write a few more songs and what? I have to pay an extra $300 for that? No. Invest in yourself. You can actually see I only bought this to hold my whiteboard, by the way. It's a really good whiteboard holder. That's the only use. Now I'm playing. This is the studio that I built inside my apartment. It's not the biggest, it's not the prettiest, but it does the job, and that's all I needed to do. It actually is pretty big, but it does get hot in there. I will admit that, especially with the heat, heat that I'm spitting. Anyway, if you guys saw this too, don't be alarmed. Music video props on top for the album. That's my brand, Getty Go Glenn. You already know, and that's me. We're setting up in the studio right now. We're recording a song, Old Age. This album kind of plays into that theme of growing older, the fear of growing older, and not playing games when you're young enough to go and grab what you want so you don't have that regret once we look like this guy. I didn't even have this song planned. It just, sometimes things just happen. If you're an artist, you know what I mean. Sometimes you can't explain it. You just write something, but you know it has to be included. And I know the album actually wouldn't be complete without this. So we're gonna start recording it now, and I'm gonna start setting up chords real quick.
In my mind, it's been feeling like a killing spree. Call you like SGA, you stay on the line. I already took shots, but I still need wine.
That was pretty easy. As you can see, it's not anything crazy. Got my Mac in there. I've got my Focusrite. A little messy on the bottom, but I'll just basically put that in a corner and record, because all those chords essentially come out. I use the same microphone to stream, so a little bit of a plug, but if you like video games, if you enjoy watching me record playing games and you actually want to see me play games, you can watch my stream. That was corny. Anyway, we're gonna hop in. I'm gonna start layering some main vocals. My plan in the beginning is basically just to get a feel for what should be the most dominant vocal. So I'm gonna do different ranges of the same vocal for this song multiple times, and we're gonna kind of build off that and build a bass. So let's build the bass. Also, I want to reiterate too, before I go in there, like, you can literally do this too. I'm not special. I have a fucking box in my room, and it's soundproof enough for me to record in. And I taught myself how to like mix and master over the course of a couple years, and now I can do it myself. It's not rocket science. You can do this too. Get yourself a box, sit in front of a computer, learn how to use Logic or Ableton or whatever the hell software you like, and start making your own music. Stop relying on other people, bro. You don't need 10 engineers and 4 producers, $1,000 just to record inside of a box that you can have in your own house. Just invest in yourself instead of investing in other people, and you will eventually be able to do this yourself. Hire yourself, all right? Hire yourself, because if there's one person you can rely on more than anybody, it is you, right? It is you. If you didn't get the mix out, it's not because somebody had some family business, or they're not answering. No, it's because you were a lazy bum and you didn't want to get it done. So I'm still learning too, forever a student. So I'm still learning from a lot of things, but this is everything I've learned so far, and I hope you guys take notes, bro. Please do this, bro. You can do this. Anyone can do this, all right? Anybody can do this, bro. It's a fucking box. Love you. Let's record.
I don't think I can live through this another night, but there's a person that would dream they had my troubled life. It puts life in perspective, stood me up like a wreck. But
certain songs you can actually do like one take and then like do a bunch of under layers, and it flows pretty well. The problem with this song is there's a pretty major beat change. Like there's like a beat switch within the song. It's also a very long song. This song is pushing 4 to 5 minutes. I think we're really gonna have to break this one up because I want this to sound perfect, all right? The one thing I don't do as an artist is I don't rush this product. Yeah, the ending is what we all want, but as an artist, you have to try and enjoy the journey to the product you want, or you're gonna try and find shortcuts, and you're gonna half-ass stuff just so you can get to where you wanna be, and then you get there and you're like, you left some things that you could have left on the field, and maybe you didn't give yourself extra time to do because you just wanted to get there so bad. And I want that as well, but you've got to be honest with yourself, all right? This is a product that I'm going to be listening to for the rest of my life, okay? You got to think, this is a product I'm going to listen to for the rest of my life. Not only me, somebody else might want to listen to for the rest of their lives, and if I want to make sure that they want to listen to this for the rest of their lives, I got to make it something worthwhile. So that's what I'm doing right now. Literally all I have right now on my Mac Oh my God, it's so crooked. I have like two things. I literally have two things there. So I did the brainstorming of like, kind of like, okay, we have like a bass main vocal. It's not great, but it'll get the job done. I could start working around it. And then I'm going to do another main vocal later on. I say this in a lot of these vlogs, but the first vocal you do, even if it sounds good, if you have like the rest of the song, like you have the backing vocals to do, you have ad libs to do, you have like all those other things to do, and then you go back and you try and do the main vocal, I'd say 99% of the time, you are naturally going to be so much better at singing this song. Your breath work is going to be better, pronunciation, your flows, your melodies, all that is just naturally improving by literally going through the song probably 100 to 500 times, just trying to mix it, trying to get the right leveling, trying to get the correct, again, like ad libs and stuff. So I recommend, even if you love your first take and it sounds great, maybe keep it, mute it, try and do it again at the end, come back to me, tell me I was right. I'm telling you, all the time I do that. I'm like, oh, this first vocal was sick. And then I'm like, wait a minute. By the time I'm like almost done with the song, I'm like, I could definitely do it better. And you do. And again, it's only because you're getting so many reps in doing it. So I don't know. I feel like every artist has a different order. And we're going to start forming the bass that I was talking about. So let's bass up. Let's bass up. It's already getting so hot. We have three sort of basses here. Obviously, all different vocals. We may add one more of those. But I think I'm going to start layering some kind of ambiance in the background. Before I even do like proper ad-libs, I think I'm going to kind of add some frostbite noises kind of along the background. And a lot of what I'm doing now is to try and make every part of the song feel really full. Now, obviously, we don't want it blast. We don't want all ad-libs and all the things in the background and everything blasting the entire time. And that's when the mixing comes around, when you're actually engineering how the song should sound when and where. But right now, I'm essentially just layering as much as I can on top of each other, and then it's my job to chop it up and figure out where all these songs sound best and where they complement each other. So right now, I'm gonna do some ambiance in the background. Let's just call it an ambiance ad lib that's just gonna be in the background. That's gonna add. Can I say this? Does adding some mystery to the song make sense to any producer out there? It makes you see. It makes you visualize the song better. I sound crazy to somebody that doesn't understand. I'm pretty sure everyone thinks I'm nuts after saying that. But that's what I'm trying to do right now. I'm adding in that ambiance that makes it feel more full, and I guess adds that mystery to the song, whatever the fuck that means. So I'm going in there right now to do just that.
Now it's expected, hope you got some protection. You're so busy texting, now your story's.
If you haven't yet today, to stay hydrated, drink your water. Hydration break. No, I'm serious. Hydration break. Let's go. You better have drink. Woo! All right. Mystery time.
Pendant. My story's like the Freedom Tower, it's never ending. And there's a lot of folk who like to downplay the pressure. All the weight above my shoulders wrapped around like a sweater. It's a cold world now, couldn't prepare for the weather. If you ask me if I'll stop, I'ma say no, never.
All right, so now we got a couple more here. We've been ad-libbing hard. The way I like to really figure out if ad-libs are working together is I normally layer my ad-libs with different octaves as well, because I also think that makes the ad-lib not only sound better, but also fills in the song a little bit more. But to kind of figure out, okay, what works and what doesn't, I don't record all 3 or 4 octaves for every ad-lib until I 100% know where they're supposed to be, where I want them to be in the song, because that is a lot of vocal strain, it is a lot of repetition, and it's also a time waster. There's a difference between rushing the process, but also being efficient. We're not rushing it. We want to be efficient. We also want to save our vocals, because we're gonna need a couple more vocals for this, and we don't want to wash them out with some background noises, right? So right now I have a really good bass. So I think we're gonna come out of the studio, we're gonna mix a little bit, we're gonna try and figure out where, okay, some of these backing vocals should go, and then I'm gonna record the other backing vocals, the other octaves for those backing vocals once we figure out where they should be in the song. And we're gonna pan a couple things left and right, the usual. By the time I'm in here again, we're gonna be past that, because right now it's the first phase of the mix. So TBD.
Yeah, and I could be 89 and I still be writing tracks at a nursing home at nightlight. I swear to God, I put it all on the line. If they don't pick up the phone, the callback's getting declined.
I'm flowing. It is clearly later. It's actually completely nighttime now. I had some things to handle during the day, but we are back in the lab. We're actually going to turn this sign on. Hold on. Oh, yeah, baby. We are officially back in the lab, and we are about to continue this. Earlier, we chopped up some of our ad-libs in the back, so now I need to record different layers for those ad-libs just so they're a little more full to my liking, and I don't have to waste my voice recording in spots that I know I don't need to record in now. So got the bass ad-libs down, I'm gonna do some more, then we're going to I think add some more main vocal potentials, and we're gonna do another mixing sesh, but gonna go back into the stew nice and fresh. Back in the stew we go.
I got old age on my mind. I rush my pace like I don't have time. If playing games is wasting my life.
You can see there are definitely a lot more tracks there. It is super, super hot in there. It is very hot in there right now. But I essentially got the ad-libs that I said I would get. I also did a bunch of new main vocals that I can now chop up to find, like, I guess the best parts. And so I'm gonna listen over in the studio what I have right now. The good, the bad, the ugly, see if there's anything quick that I need to re-record. Because if there's anything I can just catch now off the bat of listening it through once, like, why not? You know, why not do that? What I like to do, even when I mix it tonight, I'm still going to be bumping it like pretty much all week. And, you know, you'll find that you'll just notice things subconsciously while walking that may sound off. A lot of it might sound right, but you'll notice a lot of the stuff that, okay, I like this part should be hitting differently. And I think it's important to, you know, even when you think it's done, I always say sleep on it. Sleep on it. You know, wake up, hear it the next day. Okay, it's still hot, but maybe you notice something, you know, after stepping away. You know, sometimes you got to step away to see, you know, the picture in front of you, really the whole thing in bar. But I think that's a beautiful thing.
And I need some help, will somebody help me? Oh, I see, watch me close to TV. Change the channel, think I'll run out of ammo. You can dip in this anthem like tea.
This song is for sure like one of my favorites. We're gonna do mixing stage number 2. This one's gonna be a little more serious. It's definitely gonna take a little longer. I'm gonna experiment a lot. This is the experimentation phase where I can kind of play around with how do I want the ad-libs to sound? Do I want them to sound spacey? Do I want them to kind of sound more mellow? Maybe more to the sides, maybe more to the middle. The main vocal, like, am I pronouncing words right? Is the melody exactly how I want it to be, you know? And so that's what this session for me is going to be. Making sure everything flows, making sure that the cuts are where the cuts need to be, making sure that you don't hear any background noise that shouldn't be in there, anything too loud. Maybe there are things that are too soft. These are you basically just have a mental checklist.
Why am I on my own? It's the only life I've ever known. But you don't really know till it's broke. Life is shown. There's always 2 ways it can go.
We outside. Well, you know the drill. I'm in here for a reason right now. Why? We're gonna start doing the car test, and we're gonna start doing it now. I literally wasn't gonna come in here at all today, but we made so much progress that I'm like, it would be kind of stupid for me to not come and, you know, just try this. So plugging my Mac in, and we are going to do a little bit of a car mix. And once we feel really good about that, we'll have the master and we will send it out. But yes, we are in the car, which in my opinion, I'm able to hear everything on these speakers better than anything else. I heard in my headphones it sounds good. It sounds good on the Mac. Now it's got to sound really good in the car. We're gonna do a little car mix. All right, this is what I'm saying, bro. I live for this, bro. It's like, it's past 12. We got to go to work tomorrow, but we're too hype.
So which way, tell me which way life is going.
I'm gonna be honest. We need to blast this a little bit. It's past 12, but I need to go to a spot that I know I can listen to music at a healthy level. I promise. We are still gonna listen to it at a healthy level, but I need to listen to it louder than I'm doing it right now.
But you know what you want is for everyone. Fake love and handshakes, it don't mean a damn thing. Pull me like hamstrings, don't care what your friends think. What did my parents say? Said I could be anything. Hey, no, this wasn't in the script. My brother got diagnosed. He was a fighter though, he made me his best man. And I was like, yes man, but don't try to give me a role. Winning is always a goal. I need the mirror to show something I recognize. A man has been looking back, can't even look in his eyes. It's not how I feel inside. I've lied to him many times, but that's something I only know.
This is crazy. I fucking love this shit, bro. I live for this. I live for this. I messed around with the car for like 20 minutes because most of the work was done inside. It was just a couple volume tweaks. I'm basically exporting it. It's mastered. I'm gonna bump it a bunch more throughout the rest of this week. So the hard part is now done. I can basically now just casually listen to this on my commute to work. Yeah, so the hard part is really over right now. It's, again, just casually listening to it on my way to work, around the house. I'm an independent artist just like you. You may be an independent artist watching this. It might seem very overwhelming to record your own stuff. It is so much fun. It is so relaxing. It is so therapeutic. I hope these videos are helping you learn to better yourself as not only an artist, but as an engineer and just all around recorder. I love you guys. Thank you guys for watching another one of these videos. I am putting everything into this album, and I really hope you give it a listen when it comes out, because this is a big portion of my life, and I'm so excited to share it with you. Thank you guys for watching and supporting me. Love yourself, and I will see you when I see you. Bye-bye.
I still feel free. I still feel free. I still feel free. I've never had a try. So much been something I know.